All right, good evening. Today is Monday, January 6, 2025. This is a regular meeting of the Board of Education. Do I have a motion to open the meeting? Laura, second Scott, all in favor? All right, we're going to just jump right out to executive session, discuss some personnel and legal matters. We'll be back at 7:30 for the regular meeting. Do I have a motion for executive session? Scott, second Laura, all in favor? All right, great. We'll see you at 7:30. Thank you. All right, good evening again. Today is Monday, January 6, 2025. This is a regular meeting of the Board of Education. We actually already opened the meeting at 6 o'clock for exec session. We just came out of that, so no need to open the meeting again. We can just jump right into it. So first order of business is Pledge Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, as usual, usually the best part of our meeting is the student representatives. So I'll kick that over to Dr. Goodman for introductions.
Great representatives today.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. My microphone was not on, but I am ready to introduce some great student representatives that we have tonight. I'm going to start first with Bianca Payne. Bianca, I know how to say your name because your mom, I know she calls me. Pina. Pian. I do know your name, right? So first of all, good evening, everybody, Board of Education, parents, any staff that's watching. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce Bianca Pian, a senior at Tuckahoe High School, and I know her really very well. She's just out there. She's exceptional in terms of her leadership, her academics, her dedication, and commitment to service, and that makes her an outstanding representative of our student body. Bianca is a proud member of the National Honor Society, where she exemplifies both academic excellence and a passion for community service. She also participates in Junior Achievement Program, reflecting her enthusiasm for developing practical skills and exploring entrepreneurship. As the captain of our wonderful varsity volleyball team, Bianca's leadership has been instrumental in fostering a supportive and cohesive team culture. Her determination and initiative shown throughout her whole time as a cheerleader, but I want to talk specifically about her sophomore year, where she played a pivotal role in ensuring the continuation of the cheerleading program. Bianca rallied her peers, gathered support, and worked directly with the district to secure a coach, inspiring others with her commitment for advocacy and problem solving. Outside the classroom, Bianca balances her time as a lifeguard at a local country club, where she demonstrates responsibility and professionalism. She also dedicates herself to volunteering at Hope Soup Kitchen, embodying her compassion and drive to make a positive impact in the community. With plans to pursue a degree in business or communications or public relations, I know Bianca's future will undoubtedly be very bright. Her resilience, leadership, and character, and just look at her smile, will carry her to continued success in any endeavor she undertakes. Please join me in welcoming Bianca, who will provide an update on the academic accomplishments and initiatives happening here at Tuckahoe Middle and High School.
Thank you, Dr. Goodman. During the holiday break, the athletic department remained busy with many games and other events and projects taking place. All of our varsity and JV teams were hard at work preparing for the second half of the winter season. Additionally, we hosted 2 scrimmages here at the school during the break. Our varsity girls basketball team played in the prestigious Slam Dunk Invitational event at the Westchester County Center. Although the girls fell to Pleasantville in an extremely close game, the team showed that they can compete with just about anyone. Our merged ETBE varsity and modified hockey teams were in action this past Saturday night at the Ice Hutch. Although our varsity team fell in a nail-biter, our Tuckahoe athletes, Andrew Gildard and Michael McCormick, both contributed multiple goals on this evening. The athletic department will be holding its winter varsity team media night on Monday, January 13th. This will be leading up to a jam-packed day on Friday, January 17th, which will be our Black and Orange Spirit Day, Winter Pep Rally, and will culminate with the annual Augie Nardin Scholarship Basketball Games at Eastchester High School. The varsity girls game will be held at 5 p.m. and the varsity boys game will be held at 7 p.m. We encourage our entire community to come out and support. Thank you.
Next, it is my pleasure to introduce Ryan Anello, a remarkable senior at Tuckahoe High School who exemplifies excellence in both academics and extracurriculars. Ryan consistently demonstrates natural leadership, earning the respect and admiration of his teachers and peers. He's a talented athlete. Ryan is a key contributor to both the soccer and the lacrosse teams, showcasing his versatility and dedication on the field. Beyond athletics, and this is really who Ryan is, he's first of all a member of the National Honor Society. He's a skilled musician in band and drumline and an enthusiastic participant in the ski club. His intellectual curiosity shines through his involvement in Chemistry Olympiad and the Investment Club, where he hones both analytical and collaborative skills. Ryan's commitment to service is evident in his work with Habitat for Humanity, where he also just does amazing community service, while his creativity and school spirit comes alive as the Tiger Takeover Instagram manager, where he engages and connects our school community through Instagram and our sports. And extracurriculars. Looking ahead, Ryan plans to study business, which I'm sure he will do great in with all these extracurriculars and how wonderfully he does in school academically. And he most likely will be going to Fairfield University. We have no doubt that his leadership, character, and drive will lead to continued success in all his future endeavors. Please join me in welcoming Ryan, who will also be sharing his insights about what's going on in the middle school and high school tonight with the Board of Education.
Thank you, Dr. Goodman. On Wednesday, December 18th, the Tuckahoe High School Guidance Department hosted our annual alumni panel featuring former students who shared their college experiences and reflected on how Tuckahoe High School played a key role in their academic success. The event gave students a glimpse into what lies ahead, helping them to better understand how their time at Tuckahoe can set them up for success in higher education and beyond. In music, one of the things that makes Tuckahoe a truly special place is our exceptional music program. Throughout the holiday week, before students left for break, students participating in chorus, band, and strings programs arrived at school early to serenade the students and staff. This year's Winter Springs concert was a remarkable showcase of talent, dedication, and the power of music to bring people together. Under the expert guidance of our esteemed teacher, Mr. D. Chateau, our student musicians delivered a performance of extraordinary quality that highlighted not only their skill, but also the depth and diversity of the program. We are also excited to celebrate the remarkable accomplishments of the Tuckahoe Middle School debate team at their most recent tournament on December 14th. This event, held across 2 campuses, gathered 321 debaters from schools in the tri-state area. And Tuckahoe proudly fielded 5 varsity and 4 novice teams. Competing at Blindbrook High School and Middle School, our students displayed incredible poise, confidence, and determination. A special shout out to Meredith Lally, who was recognized as the top speaker from Tuckahoe and placed 10th overall in the tournament. Finally, leading up to our break, our Tuckahoe High School and Middle School GOs hosted the Holiday Cheer Week for students and staff to engage. This was a fun way to bring our school, community, and spirit together. Thank you.
Thank you. So these are 2 great students, and we really appreciate them being here tonight. We know that they have an exceptional lifetime ahead of them, and we wish you the best for the rest of the year. And thank you so much for joining us. Now you can go home and study and do what you need to do. But thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Great job.
Thank you.
Great
Great
job.
job.
Thank you. All right. Moving right along brings us to comments by the board. So we'll go down the line. Any comments you may have, and if you have any updates on any of your committees, please provide that. I know maybe we can get an update too on the superintendent search. So Scott, you want to start?
Yeah. First of all, Happy New Year to everyone. Hope everyone had a great break. Here's to a strong second half of the school year. Just to piggyback off what Ryan Iannello said, I want to give a big congratulations to Mr. DeChateau for a great winter concert series and all the performers. It was a great way to end the year and to see how strong the Tuckahoe Arts program has come over the past few years, and that's credit to definitely Mr. DeChateau and Dr. Goodman, of course. We've been very busy with the superintendent search. We have a forum coming up. I will let Allison kind of take it from here, but we've been, as a board, very active, so it's good to see.
Hello, Happy New Year to everyone. I hope everyone enjoyed their break and are ready to start the second half of the school year. As Scott mentioned, we have been really busy with the superintendent search. On December 26th, we sent out an email with a survey asking for feedback on what we would like for our new superintendent. That email will be going out several times, and so there's ample opportunity to give your feedback. In addition, we have our community forum coming up on January 27th at 6:30 here in the library. That is in person or via Zoom. So if you can't make it in person that night, you are welcome to join via Zoom. We are really, really committed to getting all community feedback on what we would like in our next superintendent. So please take advantage of all of these opportunities. And we've also been conducting our smaller forums with individual groups, the unions and the PTA and several other, and the GO. So we're really trying to get the broadest community base opinion we can. And that's it.
Thank you, Allison and Scott, for working on that. It's a lot of work, so we look forward to all the input. I hope that everybody, I would encourage everyone to, we did this a couple years ago also, and we really do use the feedback from the community, so we encourage that. Happy New Year, everyone. I just wanted to make a couple comments. One, thank you to Mr. Calaswano, the new board. If anybody has a chance to go by the gym, so he set up this new board with awards. Looks great. And so we updated that, so I want to thank Mr. Calaswano for doing that. Also, just when I was walking in today, I was looking at the board of all the Ts, the schools that the seniors are getting into, and I was very impressed. I'm really proud of, it's a lot of work, and these students really, when you look at the names of the schools and just all their accomplishments, so I was just thinking maybe we should probably do on the website at the end of the year, but just kind of show the community all the successes of our seniors. People always ask that, where do they get in, or where are the schools? And so I think it's phenomenal. It's really great. So good luck to all the seniors that are still waiting, and I wish them all the best in their senior year. And lastly, Facilities Committee did meet. We had a couple of interviews for new architecture firm. Did we talk about this already, Faith? Or am I updating something we've already updated? No, right?
We haven't
Because I
appointed
wasn't
a
at the
new
last
firm
meeting.
yet.
I apologize if
Yeah.
I'm being redundant. Okay.
Yeah, we interviewed the firms,
Yes.
and we will be appointing
We'll
soon.
be appointing them soon.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did select one, and we'll be appointing them soon. And obviously, Faith will update with some of the projects that we are working on with the Facilities Committee. And then the Finance Committee is meeting Wednesday. Okay, and we'll update in the next meeting. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, Happy New Year and welcome back. I have actually an update from the Athletic Council. Is this the time for that?
Sure.
Okay. From Beth Ann Silvestri, who's the president. I'm a member, so that's why I'm doing this on her behalf. So Happy New Year to everybody. And we wanted to make everybody aware that the Athletic Council will be hosting the Harlem Wizards again on March 1st. So save the date for everybody. It was a big hit last year. Tickets did sell out. And they will go on sale January 25th. Again, last year we sold out completely, so unfortunately we couldn't accommodate everybody. We want to make sure that everyone who wants to participate has the opportunity to do so. That's it.
All right. For me, I don't have much. Welcome back to everybody. Happy New Year as well. My committee, the safety committee, has not met again since the first time, so I don't have an update there. So the only comment I wanted to make is just to triple down on my encouragement for everyone to participate in the surveys and the forum. It's just really, really important. And then just a little added caveat, even though the purpose of the forums and the surveys is really about the superintendent search, we did put some questions and some topics in there that will also feed and inform us on the strategic plan initiative that we want to try and tackle likely next year now. So that feedback that you're going to give us through those surveys and forums is going to not only help us inform our superintendent search, but also eventually be looked upon to inform our new strategic plan. So very, very important feedback, and we're really hoping that everyone will get involved and participate. So please do that.
Just one other thing to point out with the forum, the board will not be present,
Right.
So,
You can badmouth
and
someone.
it's an opportunity to speak freely with our executive search firm. We feel that it's makes it a lot easier for parents and stakeholders to speak their mind when the board is not present at an important community forum like this. So we will not be present, just an FYI.
Right, and to that point also, Scott, the surveys are anonymous.
That's right.
So
yeah.
it's important because we know that people sometimes won't feel comfortable speaking in public or in a group, and we really do want everybody's voice to be heard, and we want all honest feedback so that we can use that to make the best decisions possible going forward for our district and our students.
Yep. Great, thank you. All right, moving on, it's comments by the superintendent. Dr. Goodman?
Good evening, everybody, again. Welcome back and Happy New Year. As we begin 2025 together, I hope this year brings a renewed sense of purpose and momentum for everyone in our school community. Today, it was heartening to see our teachers, staff, and students return to school with enthusiasm and readiness for the work ahead. Classrooms are again buzzing with learning and engagement, and it's clear that our collective focus on student growth remains as strong as ever. As a district, we are focused on our strategic goals, which continue to guide us in our work and to provide high-quality education for every student. Over the coming months, we will report on the progress of our work during our work sessions, ensuring transparency and alignment, as we also prepare for the critical budget discussions and the upcoming vote in May. Our commitment to excellence from pre-K now through 12th grade, and we remain focused on supporting students academically, socially, and emotionally at every level. Whether in foundational skills for our youngest learners or preparing our high school students for the next chapters, we strive to meet every learner's need. I would like to thank our faculty and staff, wishing them a Happy New Year for their dedication to our students and our families. Again, thank you so much for your partnership, and of course to the Board of Education for your leadership and collaboration. Together, we are a supportive, forward-thinking community that prioritizes the success of all students. Thank you, and I look forward to the new year and important discussions ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is comments by our business manager, Ms. Faith Sparks.
Good evening. Happy New Year. As we move forward towards the next phase of our capital project, there are several resolutions on tonight's agenda for consideration. One is for the installation of IT infrastructure to support the bell clock and PA system and the cameras at Cottle, and the other is for the IT management for that through BOCES. We are also going to be opening bids for the next phase of the project this week, which will be the infrastructure at the middle high school and some work at Cottle. It's the roof and the tunnels at the middle high school and some door replacement at Cottle. So we will update the board and the community once we have those bid results back. And Happy New Year to everyone.
Great, thank you. Okay, next is comments by our PTA. Susan?
Hi, everyone. Happy New Year. It feels like we were just here. I'm excited to mention that we actually have a few updates. The PTA was very busy over the break. Our STEM classes begin at Cottle this week. I think there are 2 classes for the younger grades and a couple more for the older grades each day of the week. So we're really excited about that. It's the second year that we're working with that company. Also, we have a new cooking class that's actually focused on the 6th graders that's going to be taking place here at the middle school, high school. You may or may not know, we have a kitchen here at the high school. And so when we learned about that, our Health and Wellness Committee looked into the use of it. And so we decided that since the 7th and 8th graders get to do sports, but the 6th graders are a little bit in limbo, we would offer this cooking class. So we're really excited about that. Our Building Bridges Committee has already started planning the Building Bridges Week, which is actually it's in March, the first week of March, and we have a new speaker this year. His name is Francesco Clark. He actually lives in Bronxville, and he started a company called Clark's Botanicals, which is a skincare line. He used a wheelchair after an accident, actually a diving accident when he was in his 20s. He's very successful, has an amazing life. He is such a great speaker. We spoke with him on the phone the other day, and we're excited that, he's a neighbor of ours, and he's excited to speak with the kids. He is actually, because each grade has a different focus, whether it's visual impairment or hearing impairment, et cetera. But the fourth graders are going to be the ones who get to hear from Francesco. So that will be very exciting. Our community service committee is working with ECAP to set up a couple of different opportunities for our middle school, high school kids to do community service projects over breaks, working in their pantry and helping to organize donations. So that is in the works. Our grants committee, our next round of grants will be due January 31st. So teachers will all get an email this week about that with the link to the application. But anybody can always find it. It actually lives on the TuckahoePTA.com website. So if anybody ever wants to take a look at that application, we kind of accept them on a rolling basis, and then we have a couple of times a year that we review them. But if anybody ever just has an idea, teachers should know that they can go on there. They don't need to necessarily wait. But they will be receiving information about the grants this week. And then finally, I did want to say about the forum, the PTA Executive Committee, myself, Vice President Susan Mealy, our recording secretary, our corresponding secretary, and our treasurer, we as a subcommittee met with the search firm a couple of weeks ago, and we are very committed to promoting this forum. And so I'm intending to send out an email to the community, so they'll be getting the emails from you, but then they'll also get something from us that really underscores the importance of paying attention, participating in this process. I'm happy to include the survey in there as well to make sure people saw that, and that they, because sometimes people tend to look at one email and they don't look at the other, so if we can kind of come at it from all sides, and we'll be sure to talk up the importance of attending that forum. So we have our meeting next week, next Tuesday, and I'll make sure that the whole board knows that as they're talking to friends and neighbors and things like that, to make sure that people know about the 27th. And that's it from the PTA.
That's great. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. All right, before we get into our business, we have our first recognition of the audience. This is for agenda items only. Any takers? No? Okay. So we can jump right into business. We don't have a very long agenda tonight, so it should be pretty quick. First up is a school regionalization plan decision. Resolved that the Board of Education of the Tuckahoe Union Free School District hereby opts out of the school regionalization plan proposed by the New York State Education Department in Commissioner Regulation Section 124-2. Do I have a motion? Therese, second. Allison, discussion. Do you or Faith want to just explain? We know
I'll talk about it.
You want to talk about it real quick?
But so the community knows. So the decision to opt out of regionalization stems from several factors. Initially, the proposal was introduced by the governor, I think it was the end of October or early November, with an extremely tight time frame, originally requiring districts to complete it within 1 month. It was a form of information that they already had, so we couldn't understand why we were putting in the information they already had, but we did that, and we asked the State Education Department to come speak to the superintendents, and they assured us that this was straightforward planning tool, that we could work with other districts and plan together to do things. But after reviewing the documents, we, as well as other forums, found it evident that it contained language suggesting regionalization could go beyond shared services and potentially include district mergers. Through significant advocacy efforts, including those by superintendents, this aspect was removed. Now participation in regionalization is voluntary. Given that we participate in several consortiums, we can effectively manage those initiatives on our own. Additionally, there is no funding attached to this program. There's no incentive to join it. So we are allowed to opt out of it. And just so that you know some of the consortiums that we're in Swiss Ship for health insurance, a collaborative health insurance with a lot of districts in Westchester's, NYSER for general liability insurance, BEPT, which is Bronxville, Eastchester, Pelham, Tuckahoe for less expensive busing, the Lower Hudson Regional Information Center for our IT services, and collaborative purchasing agreements with other districts for supplies. You see the piggybacking things that we do. while these existing partnerships do exist, and we know how to do others. I mean, there have been times in every superintendent's career where you look to do something else with another district. We are already maximizing shared services without the need to adopt a formal regionalization framework. So that's why we are opting out,
Very good.
recommending to opt out. You have to vote on it, sorry. We are
Yeah, I
not
think
necessarily
something
doing
we-
it.
I think we're all on
But
the
to
same
ex-
page on.
but to
Anybody have any
explain it.
comments that they wanted to?
I just
Go ahead.
have one question. There is no, at one point, there was a little bit of discussion that there would be a state aid funding, kind of like a
Carrot?
penalty for opting
That's out.
That's
out.
gone.
That's gone too.
Okay. And, I mean, it just totally makes sense. BOCES does 90%
And
of what.
BOCES, yeah, and BOCES is the RIC. We also use them for special education also. We have, maybe in, the rural areas, they don't have these kinds of things, but for Lower Westchester, we're pretty together on that.
I just have a question. So just so that I understand, I know we obviously spoke about this, you had mentioned this last time, but, so does regionalization then, is the idea that there's, decreasing enrollment, we have, in other words, is the state trying to then pull schools together, or use maybe one superintendent for a large area? Is
So
that the idea?
That was what we were afraid of. That was in the first plan, even though they assured us it wasn't. But when you really read it through,
Right.
it was in it. And we know how much people really like their neighborhood schools. I mean, they could, we're doing great, and we don't have to merge with, and this has been tried before. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time. And I think that, maybe upstate that makes sense for them too, but doesn't make sense for us down here. People move to, people are looking for houses here. They call my office. So if anybody has a house for sale, let me know. But,
Need a commission?
yeah. I just want to bring the kids in. So I think that that was their initial, buried in the legal law, the policy was there. They took that part out, but now there is no incentive to really do this. And, just having worked in this field for a while, you can always opt in.
Once you get
I
on board
want to
with that,
see
yeah.
what this whole thing is first anyway.
Yeah,
And I think we
that's
can
smart.
do it.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
All right, great. All in favor? Okay. Next up is approved special education placements. Resolved that the Board of Education approves the special education placements attached to the agenda and office minutes of this meeting on file in the district office. Do I have a motion? Allison, second. Laura, any discussion on that? All in favor? Next up, accept the donation. Whereas the Tuckahoe Union Free School District has been informed of a donation to be made to the district from the Tuckahoe PTA, and whereas the district would like to accept such a donation, it is hereby resolved to accept a donation from the Tuckahoe PTA for the CT Science Center trip for the 4th grade in the amount of $2,430. Do I have a motion? Allison, second. Laura? All in favor? Well, thank you very much, as usual. All in favor?
Thank you, thank you.
Always another great donation for the PTA. It keeps coming.
Amy, we have the best PTA.
I was going to
PTA.
say, that's my cue. We do have the best PTA, and everybody make sure you come to their celebration in January, right?
This is their, yeah,
can
this
say
is-
that.
This is their work in action, yep. All right, next
called
up,
it
another
that.
donation. Accept the donation, whereas Tuckahoe Union Free School District has been informed of a donation to be made to the district from an anonymous donor, and whereas the district would like to accept such a donation, it is hereby resolved that the district shall accept a donation from an anonymous donor in the amount of $10,000 towards the Tuckahoe High School Principals Fund with the designation of college campus visits and associated expenses arising from them. The funds will be allocated to budget code CM738TE37. Do I have a motion? Therese, second. Allison, any discussion on this? Obviously, a very, very generous donation from someone anonymous. We really appreciate it. It's a good place to put the money as well. This is going to help offset costs for college visits, basically for
I'd also like to thank this anonymous donor, because we have seen it make such a big difference with our students. Because visiting the college, they also learn about what colleges are looking for in them. So they're not just visiting the college, but they're hearing specifically just for our Tuckahoe students, not for a whole auditorium of anybody else. So they're able to ask questions, and they're able to also guide themselves to, number one, the kind of colleges they like, seeing city or seeing a suburban college or urban college, but they're also able to see what colleges want from them, and it helps them with their application process. So it's been great to bring,
And I guess
juniors and seniors.
Rodney picks the colleges to go visit in the spring? Okay. And then
I'm sure guidance is involved in that. as well.
guidance is
guidance.
involved? And
Guidance
how
has
many
been
colleges-
great.
How many colleges do you think we can get out of this? 2, 3, or is it 1, or is it's hard to tell?
Well, I asked Faith, since she
Just
has
curious.
the money.
We've, the last time we got it, they went to a few colleges. I
Oh,
want
wow.
to say it was
Okay,
about
great.
three.
Out of 10,000, I'm not sure how
Yeah.
many.
That's very good.
Boston,
That's
right,
great.
right.
Yeah, no, we went to a lot of
Binghamton.
colleges.
And the
Well, it's
other
a
thing
very,
is-
go
And the
ahead.
colleges have been coming here too, so we've been doing a really good job with bringing in colleges. College Board is coming this week to speak to our AP teachers, to give them training. So there's been a lot of outreach from the high school administration and also the guidance counselors to get our students really on track for college. And this is just another one of those things, and we really thank this anonymous donor. It's a great donation.
Yep.
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 Also, by having these big group trips going to the schools, it also builds a relationship with the colleges. of
100%.
What Tuckahoe has to offer, and that's something we really
Allison.
need to
Yeah,
work on.
and you meet with the person who has your district, when hopefully the following year they have your district,
And-
but that you have that relationship, and that matters, it really does, because when your application comes in, they've met you face to face, so it's.
Right, and you have seen that, and we're going to do a presentation on what guidance has been a really big focus in the high school this year, and the guidance counselors and the administration have been working extremely hard together, and you'll see that. And we do have colleges like Binghamton who really know us and have been accepting our kids.
Yeah, I've seen a huge, huge improvement this year with guidance in colleges.
All right, so whoever you are, thank you very much. Very nice donation. All in favor? Okay. Next up, approve a scope of work. Be it resolved that the Board of Education of Tuckahoe Union Free School District hereby authorizes the district to enter into a statement of work in the amount of $121,534 for additional Cisco infrastructure and APC UPS devices to be procured through LHRIC and Core BTS to support the district's physical security projects, including implementation of the PA and camera system in collaboration with Day Automation. The Board of Education further authorizes the board president and/or the superintendent of schools to execute the SAU for this work and to take such other actions as necessary to effectuate the SAU. Do we have a motion? Laura, second? Anyone? Second? Allison? Any discussion on this? Faith obviously already mentioned this in her comments. Any comments or anything? Good? All in favor? All right, another scope of work. Be it resolved that the Board of Education, Tuckahoe Union Free School District hereby authorizes the district to enter into 2 statements of work in the amounts of $10,290.75 for IT project management for Cottle Security Camera Capital Project and $19,245 for IT project management for their middle school, high school bell clock PA system upgrade with the LHRIC to support the district's physical security projects implementation of the PA and camera systems in collaboration with Day Automation. The Board of Education further authorizes the board president and/or the superintendent of schools to execute the SAUs for this work and to take such other actions as are necessary to effectuate the SAUs. Do we have a motion? Therese, second. Scott, any discussion on this? Again, just more of what Faith already covered. All in favor? And then a resolution authorizing piggybacking. Be it resolved that in accordance with the provisions of General Municipal Law, the Board of Education of the Tuckahoe Union Free School District hereby authorizes the district to enter into a contract for pump system repairs with A&C Fura Electric Motors Incorporated, subject to and through cooperative purchasing pursuant to the White Plains City School District RFP number F2021, 2021-59, and the unit process set forth therein, on the basis that the award of the contract by White Plains City School District to A&C Fiora Electric Motors Incorporated was made to the lowest responsible bidder and promotes the public interest, taking into consideration the reliability of the bidder, the quality of the labor, materials, equipment, or supplies to be furnished, and the conformity. Conformity, sorry, with the bid documents, and because such award ensures the prudent and economical use of public monies is in the best interest of the district taxpayers facilitators and the acquisition of the goods and services of maximum quality at the lowest possible cost under the circumstances, and guards against favoritism, improvidence, extravagance, fraud, and corruption. This award is subject to the submission of all required documents by A&C Furia Electric Motors Incorporated to the district and the execution of a contract or purchase order by A&C Furia Electric Motors Incorporated in a form approved by the district superintendent of schools or the district's business manager. Do we have a motion? Therese, second. Allison, any discussion on that? All in favor? Okay, lastly is our personnel recommendations. Resolved that the Board of Education approves personnel recommendations A through J. Do we have a motion? Scott, second. Laura, any discussion on these? All in favor? Okay, and that brings us to our second recognition of the audience for any topic at all. Anyone? Sure. Oh. Sure. You come to the podium now so everybody can hear you.
Sorry for the community. I just wanted to mention, because it's coming up pretty quickly, we're actually going to be hosting the PTA Bingo Night. It's known as Pocketbook Bingo, but this year there's going to be more prizes than just pocketbooks. So I wanted to make sure everybody knew about it. It's on Thursday, February 6th at the Pope Foundation. Did they tell me how much the ticket is? Not yet. Anyway, it's not very expensive. I hope to see a lot of people there. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, thanks for letting me stand back up.
Thank you very much.
That's always a great night. Thanks, Susan.
Yeah. If I could just remind you, a 3-minute limit on
Oh, I'm
comments?
not going to need 3 minutes.
Okay. Very good. You can just-
My name's Seth Mirren. I'm parent of a third grader and a kindergartner at Cottle, and I just want to express gratitude to the board for the decision about the regionalization plan decision. It sounds like a lot of thought, time, effort went into it, and I think, Dr. Goodman, to your point, lots of families would love to move into this district if they could, and so anything that is leading potentially down the path of, merging with other districts is not something that I think families in this district are interested in. And so I think a lot of time and thought went into it, and it sounds like it was a really thoughtful decision. So I just, as a parent, wanted to express my gratitude for that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I don't think we have any other takers. All right. So we can adjourn. Have a motion to adjourn? Laura, second. Scott, all in favor? Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good night. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Good night.